Hi, this is Colleen McGee welcoming you to another episode of Fort Riley, the podcast. We're talking about winter weather preparedness.
Chris Hollenbeck, Fort Riley's Emergency Management Coordinator.
We've had a tiny bit of experience with a little bit of winter weather already. Talk to me about some of the things that we need to be thinking of to keep ourselves safe when we're traveling in winter weather.
So I think the first thing is we go back to the concept of the Ready Army tenets of making a plan and having a kit. So now as we're transitioning our seasons, of course we need to look at transitioning our kit too for our automobile as we start to travel. And things that you'd want to think about are those that if you found yourself possibly stuck in traffic, that's going to be a long period of time, or if the weather's so bad that you had to pull off the road and wait that out. The things that you would need, your normal stuff for your kit, such as your portable jump start kit, your extra tools, your flashlights, extra batteries, things like that. That's great, and all you're going to do is just enhance your kit and maybe think about adding things like extra warm weather gear, maybe some gloves, hats, a snow brush, snow shovel, maybe some cat litter for traction if you find yourself stuck in the snow. And then, of course, add some blankets in there and some food snacks, if you're stuck for a long period of time, too. Some good protein stuff.
And what about water? That's got to be kind of tricky in cold weather.
Yeah, water, is part of your regular home kit a lot of times. But, you think about that, too, as you're traveling, whether it's a short distance or a long distance of period. Think about where you're going. Think about what type of route you're going to be on, a highway versus maybe a secondary road. But definitely have enough water that you would need. Normally we say a 3-day supply is good, but it just depends on what your length of time you're traveling would be. But yeah, think about that and carrying that in regular like water coolers. Because if you are stuck for a long period of time and it's very, very cold, then you have to think about that water might freeze. So how are you going to carry that and transport it?
Most of the time when we lose power in Kansas, it's because of winter weather. It's likely that we could lose power. Most of the time we're pretty blessed here on post in that it comes back on and we've got a plan for that. But in our individual space, how do we keep the family safe and warm?
Well, it goes back to the original Ready Army tenet of planning. So let's think ahead, and if we lose power, how is that going to affect not only yourself, but your family, like you're saying there. So you're preparing for that. You're also going to think that when you lose power are you going to lose your telephone service, your ability to communicate and receive information. Of course, have those normal things that we have in our kit, the battery backup power, the radios, your supply of food. Think about, how you're going to function with your refrigerator and your freezer. What special needs are your family members going to have that you would have to prepare for if you lose power, and also your pets. Don't forget your pets. What things that you're going to have to prepare for also, and probably a good safety measure to think about if you have a generator that is your backup power. Think of all the safety things that you're going to have to do with that generator, and probably one of the most common ones that we see a lot of times is people want to put that in their garage. And that's not the place to put that. So you need to put that in a well-ventilated area and also know how to use the generator when you're hooking things up also.
I would expect as well fuel storage would be an issue.
Yes. Yep. Same thing. The safety points of storing fuel for that generator that you have also. Yeah.
In a winter weather emergency situation, what is the number one thing people need to know?
I think it goes back to just the general concept of being prepared, because unlike our severe spring weather that's normally, we think the tornado season, the heavy thunderstorms, which have a little more dynamic impact on us, we often kind of get complacent with winter weather because we just think, oh, it's going to be snowy out and cold. But as we've been discussing, though, what if we lose power, or what if you are traveling and you find yourself, stuck or off the road? What have we done to prepare for that? That's probably just thinking ahead and thinking of the things that we're talking about.
And you mentioned Ready Army a couple of times. Tell me where folks can find some good checklists to get prepared and to make their plan.
The best place, the first stop you should go to is our Ready Army homepage, which is on the Fort Riley website. And there we have various types of brochures, checklists, any kind of information you would need to help yourself start preparing and develop your kits and to think ahead.
What's the most unusual thing you think should be in their kit?
Well, when we talk winter weather kits and we talk traveling, a lot of folks, when you tell them about the cat litter, hey, put a bag of cat litter in your kit. And a lot of folks don't think of the purpose for that, and it's really the traction, but it also, does give you some weight too, And if you don't have cat litter, you can simply use your car mat too. That gives you the traction if needed too. But the cat litter is probably one of the ones that really people don't think about.
Thank you for listening to Fort Riley, the podcast.